Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rithnika and you've reached Natural Vibrations. Today I've done something different. This is a pick a card reading, but it's for whether you should reach out to that certain someone. This could be a twin, this could be anybody that you're thinking of, a love interest, a family member, a friend, a business partner, whatever it is. Should you reach out to them? Though to be fair, I was thinking of the twin flame dynamic, so a partner of some kind is what I was actually thinking when I pulled the cards. So I do have a disclaimer, guys. Please, I'm not gonna put a timestamp because I want you guys to hear this. So don't get mad at me because I haven't put a timestamp. But I want you guys to know that you have to take this with a grain of salt. If the cards are advising you to reach out, but your gut is telling you that you have nothing to say and you don't feel like reaching out, then please don't reach out. If the cards are telling you not to reach out, but your gut is saying that you must and there's something that you have to do, then it's up to you to take that call. All right. So always trust your judgment, because I don't want you guys to just believe the cards and then go for it. All right. The cards are just a guideline, a guidance. This is a general reading, so may not resonate with everyone's situation. So please do, use your own judgment. All right. We've got card number one, pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, pile number four. So how it works is it is, should you reach out, depending on what kind of card we get, it'll be either a positive sign or a negative, and how they would feel if you reached out. All right. Should you reach out, how they would feel. So let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting number 2. All right, guys. So let's start. For anybody who's chosen card, the pile number 1, we've got time for a nap. Should you reach out? I think it's pretty obvious. This is telling me no. It is not time. It is not something that you should do. Right now does not seem to be the right time. And this could mean that things change in a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. We don't know. But at this very moment, whenever you're watching this video, it's time for you to take a step back. If you were to reach out right now, how they would feel is overwhelmed, inundated, and burdened. So if you were to reach out at this moment, the person will feel pretty overwhelmed and they may not be able to handle it, and you may not get the kind of response that you want. So for people who chose number 1, it's not a good idea to reach out at this moment, at least. Maybe in a little while if things change. Okay, number 2. I think I picked number 2 as well, right? Chaos and conflict. To me, this is not exactly a positive sign. This is telling me that if you did reach out, things may not go according to plan towards you. So this to me is not a positive sign again, whether you should reach out or not. So this would be a pretty big no to me. If I did reach out, if you did reach out, we got 2 cards. Okay, we've got comforted and we've got trusting. So what this is telling me is that if you did reach out, that person may actually sort of be comforted by the fact that you reached out. They may, but because we've got chaos and conflict, I don't think there would be a response of any kind. In fact, it might make us feel kind of upset because we would reach out and we would not get a response, and it would just make us feel, like our world is turning upside down, because you're always hoping for a response, and if you do, or you may get the kind of response that you don't want. A lot of times people may feel this, but they're not going to let us see that in the physical. They may be feeling happy and comforted by the fact that you've reached out, but they're not going to behave that way to you. They may hide that and behave in a way that is not good for you, or they may treat you badly or whatever. So this is a no. I would say hold on, don't reach out to them right now. By the way, what do you guys think of my new ring? Isn't it pretty? All right. This was my only buy, by the way, in Abu Dhabi. It's not real. Okay, number 3. Okay, peace. So this to me is a bit of a positive sign. It is peaceful. Maybe if you reached out, you would feel peaceful. You may feel at peace. Maybe you've been dying to say something to somebody, and you feel that if you reach out, you will feel at peace. So this is a positive omen. Let's see how they would feel if you reached out. they would feel vulnerable. And it also says defenseless, unprotected, and helpless. So even though what this is telling me is that, I know it's so sad that all of them are negative, right? But hey, if this is for a twin flame, I think, and if you're a divine feminine watching, then obviously it means that, most divine feminines don't need to reach out to their twin. In fact, it's more the masculine who needs to, take the leap of faith and do the steps towards us. Of course, if you are the divine masculine, then maybe there's some work you need to do. Now, for people number 3, what this is telling me is that if you reached out, it will not be the end of the world. It's not going to be like the other two scenarios. You may actually, be at peace if you said what you wanted to say. However, uh, they may not react to it very well. All right, they may feel, sort of like very vulnerable. They may feel like you're attacking them, or they may feel like, you're sort of like bearing emotions that they can't handle. So I would say, I mean, use your own judgment regarding your own situation, whether you should actually reach out. But it may make you feel better, but it may not make them feel comfortable. Like if they had gotten the comforted card here, I would be like, yes, go for it. But this is like they'll feel very vulnerable, like very exposed. So, and very defenseless, helpless. Maybe they're not ready and they can't do anything. So even though you are feeling at peace, they feel like they can't do anything. They feel like they're out of control, and that's not how you want them to feel. So if you're reaching out because it makes you feel better, fine. But if you're reaching out because you're like, oh, I must help them, or I must let them know something, or whatever, maybe right now is not the time. Again, timings can change. These are general readings. So if this is something you're seeing right now, check out again in 2 weeks. Maybe the timing will be better then. Last, pile number 4. We got 2 cards. Ooh. We've got poised. Poised talks about being ready. And we've got regeneration. All right, so people who chose number 4, this is telling me that things are kind of ripening. Things are right for this. So if you are thinking about reaching out and you chose pile number 4, the chances of it going well are favorable. It means, this is talking about being ready, the situation being ready, you feel ready, and also talking about how whatever was dead now has an opportunity to sort of get reborn, reformed, regeneration to happen. So it is a very positive sign. But again, use your own judgment. If a part of you feels, I do not want to reach out, I have nothing to say, then please don't reach out just because the cards are telling you to, okay? Again, these are general readings, and you don't want to this is all about free will. You guys have free will, okay? And just because right now I'm saying the timing is right doesn't mean the timing won't be right later on if you don't feel like reaching out. Now, how will they feel if you reached out? Exhausted. So what this is telling me is, because there is massive changes happening, even though you may feel ready to reach out, and because there are lots of changes happening, they may not react badly, but they might be exhausted. When you're going through a lot of transformation, and if you've seen my October reading, it does talk about massive transformation for the masculine and the feminine. If you are going through this, if they're going through transformation, they might just be tired. So if they're going through a lot and they're changing a lot in their life, and then you reach out to them, they might just be like, oh, I can't deal with her right now. I've just gone through so much change and I'm just going. So it's not completely negative, but they might be too exhausted to deal with you right now. And this doesn't mean that, the transformation isn't in your favor. All right, but the divine masculine are going through things that are general in their life, big limiting belief changes. So if they're going through this transformation, they're not focusing just on you. They're focusing on every aspect of their life, and maybe they're just too drained out to focus on just you at this very moment. But maybe in a couple of weeks, when they're out of this and this transformation is complete and they've embraced the new self, they might be in a better mode to take things forward. All right, guys, this was a really quick, short reading. I hope it was helpful. Honestly, people ask me if they should reach out. I just thought it would be fun to do a reading like this. Take it with a grain of salt. Alrighty, take care. Bye.